Freebirds 2 is one of the most striking and ambitious animated sequels that I have ever seen. Never before have I watched a sequel packed with so many ideas, so much gravitas, so many things it has to say. It's a darker film, a bolder film, the rare kind of sequel that truly challenges its audience. So it starts off surprisingly simple, reintroducing us to Owen Wilson, Woody Harrelson, and Amy Poehler. I think this opening throws a lot of viewers off with how straightforward it is, but it's essential because this extra character development prepares us to see these beloved series staples get completely deconstructed. But things kick into motion when Woody Harrelson accidentally passes through an unexpected gravity-reducing field while performing a routine A to B time loop experiment, proceeding from the first time the field is activated to a second point when the field is powered off, then back to the first point in a continuous repeating sequence. Now, these films don't need to include accurate physics to work as long as they're engaging narratively and internally consistent, but the amount that is scientifically accurate here is astounding. There's a reason Neil deGrasse Tyson came to the writers of this film for help when drafting his latest book. Continuing with his experiment, Woody Harrelson travels 6 hours back in time to when he discovered the turducken in the post-credits scene of the first film. The Back to the Future 2 style keying in of the Freebirds 2 footage into Freebirds 1 is absolutely seamless. I can't believe how far this technology has come. He sits incommunicado inside the tree, observing but not interacting with the outside world as the events go down, when suddenly the past version of Woody Harrelson shows up inside the time machine. The two run to town and explain proceedings to Owen Wilson, who is much more skeptical of the implications of messing with more time. But determined to continue his experiments, present-day Woody Harrelson waits the 6 hours he originally traveled, which causes the past Woody Harrelson to transform into the future Woody Harrelson, completing the loop. Following me so far? As the overlapping time span ends, the original Woody Harrelson enters the time machine, which causes him and everything he ever did to be wiped from existence, which means that Freebirds 2 was never made, which is why it doesn't exist. But that's okay, because that's where Freebirds 3 comes in. It's here things start to get interesting, where the present-day Woody Harrelson, having returned to his timeline per the rules of the loop, repeats his 6-hour experiment multiple times over multiple Thanksgivings, using each trial to travel to a different point to make profitable same-day stock trades. Armed with the foreknowledge of Chuck E. Cheese's market performance, he alters time and corners the market on pizza, the new cherished dinner at Thanksgiving as a result of the first film's conclusion, becoming a multi-billionaire. It's here we see the fracture between our central characters truly dramatized, with Owen Wilson challenging him on the ethics of this market manipulation, which directly contrasts with the redistributive values of Thanksgiving he so eagerly preached in the first film. Woody Harrelson is destroying the very thing he sought to reform. Worse, it's also learned that time travel is quite taxing on turkeys' bodies, their timeline alterations causing not just them, but their brethren to transform into homogenized, uncreatively realized turkey designs in a butterfly effect type phenomenon, indistinguishable and interchangeable from one another. But it's not just their physical bodies that are being affected. The entire concept of Thanksgiving in the present transforms into a watered-down simulacra, the holiday regressing into commercially minded, uninspired irrelevance. The turkeys lose their grip on sanity, exasperated by the extra timeline causing their days to stretch beyond 90 minutes even without credits. It's a triptych of incompetence and foibility, the turkeys meddling with forces they don't understand, only discovering the side effects once it's too late. The turkeys turn against each other as Woody Harrelson's lust for representative power causes him to attack Owen Wilson, who wants to stop his reality warping experiments that have already begun to destroy the fabric of time. And then comes the ending. Oh boy, the ending. The time machine destroyed, suddenly Amy Poehler appears in the current timeline, but she strangely has no memory of Owen Wilson or Woody Harrelson. And Owen Wilson's like, how is this possible? How could you not remember the incredible emotional fulfillment we earned when we got together at the end of the last film? Did it not matter? Did none of it happen now? What's real anymore? It's then that he realizes the truth. None of it was real. There was no purpose, no thesis, no meaning behind reality as the turkeys knew it. Their soul-sucking existence was vapid and meaningless, containing no change, no moral, no consequence. Time passed without purpose, memories of the transpiring events vague and lacking semblance of inspiration or emotional fulfillment. Everything they were, are, will be, is just like Freebirds 2. Well, it might as well have never existed. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Not quite as interesting as Escape from Planet Earth 4, but